Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Salute, salute, salute. It's your boy, Jay Jordan, back again, back again, back again for another WNBA watch along. What's today? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, RC. I see you in the chat first. Salute, cuz. What's going on, cuz? Hope all is well. It is currently 6:51 p.m. here on the East Coast on a crisp weather day here in New York. We have the only game on the WNBA slate tonight. It's the LA Sparks with a 7-25 record, bottom of the league in the standings, taking on the surging Indiana Fever, 6 seed, clinched a playoff spot as of yesterday, and looking to continue their hot run since the Olympic break. RC says, salute, Jay, keep the fire coming, bro. Everyone hit that like button and subscribe me, put that coming up. Yes, people, make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe. I appreciate all the support that's been going on the channel. I seen somebody subscribe right before I got on. I just missed a notification, but salute for the subscription. But yeah, let's get right into it, and then we'll talk about some news that developed over the past 24 hours. All right, for the starters for the away team, the LA Sparks, we have Odyssey Sims, Stephanie Talbot, Rickea Jackson, the rookie, Dearica Hamby, and Azare Stevens. Their bench, I have Odyssey Sims again because I just fixed this before we came live. So let's remove Odyssey Sims from the bench here. And we'll go like that. Zaya Cook, Lee Yaru, Ray Burrell, Crystal Dangerfield, Ari McDonald. Their injuries have been the same couple injuries. Laisha Clarendon has been out. Of course, Cameron Brink is out with the ACL injury, and Lexi Brown is out with the Crohn's diagnosis. So she's been out for a while with that. For the Indiana Fever, we have Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston. Their bench, Katie Lou Samuelson, Victoria Saxton, Damaris Dantas, Christy Wallace, Erica Wheeler, and Grace Berger. Temi Fagbenley is out with a shoulder injury, so no Temi Fagbenley in the lineup today for the Fever. All right, so news that released about 3 hours ago. They released the Players of the Month. So Caitlin Clark won Eastern Conference Player of the Month, 24 points a game, 5 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and the Fever went 5-1 in for the month. And Nafisa Collier won the Western Conference Player of the Month, 22.4 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3.9 assists, and her team went 6-1 in the month. So congrats to those two players. They won Player of the Week. Not this past one, but the previous one. So salute to them. Caitlin Clark also won Player of the Week 2 weeks in a row for last week and this week. She also won Rookie of the Month, and now she's won Player of the Month. So she's continuing to rack up the accolades. Like RC says, they saying Caitlin wrapped up Rookie of the Year, and it's looking that way. The amount of accolades she has been racking up as of late. So congrats to those two players on their accomplishments this month. Alrighty. This game is on CBS Sports Network, so if you're looking on League Pass for it, you won't be able to find it there. It's technically a nationally televised game. CBS Sports Network is one of those niche channels. I have YouTube TV, so that's where I'll be watching it. But the game is on CBS Sports Network. What else? Looking at the Fever have won 4 of their last 5 games. Their last loss was back on August 24th against the Minnesota Lynx, where they lost 90-80. But since then, they've beat the Dream, the Sun, the Sky, and the Wings. So they have been playing good basketball as of late. The Sparks, they haven't been playing well. They've lost 4 of their last 5. They lost. The last win was surprisingly against the league leading New York Liberty back on August 28th. They've lost to Dallas, Washington, Connecticut, and Atlanta since then. So struggling team, bottom of the league, dealing with injuries. The only bright spot for them is really Rickea Jackson's development, as she's been playing really good basketball as of late. Alrighty, as always, let's take a look at the playoff bracket here. This is the current bracket. You have New York and Chicago for the 8th seed. You have in the 1 versus 8 matchup, you have Connecticut and Phoenix in the 2 versus 7 matchup. Vegas and Seattle in the 4 versus 5 matchup. Minnesota and Indiana in the 3 versus 6 matchup. RC says, Jay, it's crazy people talking real greasy because Caitlin's team is so much better than Angel and her team. I think that's horrible for people to say. I refuse to sit idle while people diss Angel. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the rosters, you could tell there's a big talent difference. You have a number 1 pick from last year in Aaliyah Boston, who won Rookie of the Year. You have Kelsey Mitchell, who's a bona fide scorer, multiple time All-Star. You have what I think Nalissa Smith was a number 2 overall pick. And then, of course, you have Caitlin. You add to that, who's a number 1 overall pick, coming in with the skills and publicity and everything that comes along with Caitlin Clark. So looking at that starting 5, besides Lexi Hull, and Lexi Hull, I think she was a first-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the team is compared to looking at the Chicago Sky with, you have Lindsay Allen, Michaela Onyenwere. You have the 2 rookies in Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso. And then there's no Mabry. You have Kennedy Carter, but she hasn't been playing in the last couple games. So there's a big talent disparity there. Chicago, this is year 1 of their rebuild. Remember, last year they were in the playoffs with that Kalia Copper and Marina Mabry duo, and they were trying to make some noise there. They come into this season trading away Kalia Copper, mid-season trading away Mabry. So it's basically they're in a rebuild now. They're gonna have to make some decisions at the end of the season. Yeah, perfect. I couldn't remember. I knew she was a first-round pick. I couldn't remember, but Lexi was a 6th overall pick too. So it's a team full with talent in their starting lineup. So comparing them to Chicago, at least this iteration of Chicago, is really no contest either. Hey Jim, what's going on? Salute. Janelle, what's going on, girl? RC said, Jay, like I know, if you don't show up to play immediately as soon as the playoffs start, you go home. Yeah, that's the thing in the W. It's best of 3. If you're the lower seed, you play 2 games on the road. If you're trying to get yourself warmed up, before you blink, you'll be in Cancun or one of them other beautiful islands where they vacation at, because ain't no joke. Ain't no time to waste. You got to get right to it. Get right to it. Let's take a look at the standings. So these are the current standings, I believe. I think I just have this refreshed. Wanted to make sure that we're as accurate as possible. So as of last night, both Indiana and Phoenix clinched because Atlanta and Chicago both lost their games. So the X means that they've clinched a playoff spot. It doesn't mean they've clinched that specific playoff spot, but no matter if they lose the rest of their games, they will end up in the playoffs one way or another. So now all that's left is to determine seeding. That is all we are waiting on as we get into these final games of the season. There's 40 games in the WNBA season this year. Next year it'll go up with the addition of the Golden State Valkyries. But until then, we have 40 games in the regular season in the WNBA. You see Phoenix 17-17. That's 34. So they got 6 more games. Teams are coming down to the final games, trying to jockey for playoff positioning, trying to get a better seed or worse seed. Some teams trying to probably tank. So it'll be interesting to see. The broadcast has started on CBS Sports Network. The Fever have clinched their first playoff berth since 2016. This is Kelsey Mitchell's first playoff. Will be Kelsey Mitchell's first time in the playoffs. So she's pretty excited about that. So looking at the Sparks, to be completely honest, they'll finish bottom of the barrel. I don't think I think they'll finish 12th, and they'll have the highest odds for the lottery to see if they can get that number 1 pick. Indiana, they could push for that 5 seed. I don't know if it's recommended that they push for the 5 seed to face Vegas or something, but anything can happen in the playoffs. The Indiana Fever playing extremely well. So you can't even knock them right now. Can't even knock them. All right, as always, guys, we're gonna touch on the box score and the team stats at halftime. They're showing the starting lineups. I have the starting lineups on your screen right now. This is the correct starting lineups, so you're not missing a thing here. Not missing a thing. All right, we are getting ready to get this show on the road. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Christy Sides, the coach of the Fever, did win Coach of the Month. So congrats to Christy Sides. I know a lot of people were saying fire Christy Sides and hire the coach of Iowa, the ex-coach of Iowa, but she has adjusted and adapted. Tip-off is here, Azare Stevens versus Boston, and we are off in this matchup between these two teams. The series is tied 1-1. I forgot to mention. So both teams have won a game each. This is the final game of the series. As Caitlin has the ball, step back over Odyssey Sims, and she misses. Rebound to Dearica Hamby. Dearica Hamby on the push, attacks, throws it out, and it's almost a turnover. She somehow gets the ball back after the 2 Fever players were around it. Odyssey Sims with the rock, top of the key. Odyssey was a hardship contract due to all the injuries they had. Down to Dearica. Dearica gets blocked by Nalissa Smith out of bounds. Big block by Nalissa there. And it's 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Did I say hi to Liz? What's up, Liz? I don't know if I can't remember if I said hello. Thanks for joining as always. So Odyssey Sims to inbound under their basket. Odyssey to Dearica. Dearica with 3 seconds. Back to Odyssey. Odyssey off the screen. Throws up the quick floater. Misses. Rebound to Aaliyah Boston. So nobody has scored yet. Nobody has scored as of yet. Caitlin gets doubled and dribbles it backcourt. Backcourt violation by Caitlin and the Fever. Ball got tipped out of her hand. She dribbled it in the front court and then went to the backcourt. It was a backcourt. There's no need to complain there. It was a backcourt violation, Kate. Ball in play with the almost calling them the Lakers, the Sparks. Stephanie Talbot with the ball. Talbot comes off the screen over to Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson guarded by Lexi Hall. She comes off the screen going right. Spin move into the paint. Reverse spin jump shot over her. Misses. Fight for the rebound goes off of the Sparks and out of bounds. So we're 8 minutes, 44 seconds in. No one has scored as of yet. Ball in play here. Kelsey Mitchell continuing her hot start, and she gets the first basket of the game for the Fever. Kelsey had a season-high 36 in the last game. Absolutely incredible run she's been on since the Olympic break. Dearica Hamby on the attack, spins into the paint, steps through, and she scores. So Dearica Hamby is on the board for the Sparks. Caitlin quickly up the court. Caitlin over to Boston. Boston backdoor cut to Kelsey. She loses it, gets it back. They send a double. Ball gets deflected and stolen by the Sparks. And Azare Stevens. Azare Stevens over to Rickea. Rickea for 3. Off the back rim. Rebound to Hull. Now Hull pushing it the other way. Right side of the court. Hull down to Boston. Boston faces up against Azare. Azare in the post against Boston. Boston goes around. Left hand scoop. And score for Aaliyah Boston, and she's on the board. So it's 4-2 Indiana. Sims over to Azare, over to Rickea. Brum, salute for the follow, Brum. Salute. And LA with the miss. Caitlin tries to outlet it. It's a turnover. She tried to get it to Kelsey like they've had that connection as of late. Pass was off. It goes out of bounds. Turnover to the Fever. Ball in play here with the Sparks. Turnovers, 3 turnovers for Indiana so far. Gotta cut down on those. Azare Stevens, top of the key, over to Rickea. Rickea with the pump fake, tries to drop it off to De'Erica Hamby. It's a steal. Lexi Hull with the ball. Lexi Hull goes coast to coast, goes up, and scores. So Lexi Hull and Alyssa Smith get a deflection there. Lexi Hull takes it coast to coast for the score. It's 6-2. Odyssey Sims gets into the lane, pump fakes, and scores over Alyssa Smith. Good move by Odyssey. And that's their second basket of the game. 6-4 Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell, guarded by Stephanie Talbot. She tries to get around. Oh, step back. And she hits the baseline jump shot. Oh, Stephanie Talbot was shaking there a little bit. She wanted to push off. Refs don't call it. Kelsey Mitchell with 4 points here. De'Erica Hamby in the post against Aaliyah Boston. Steps through. Left hand scoop. And score for De'Erica Hamby. So it's 8-6 Indiana. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Top of the key. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin pump fake. Step back on Stephanie Talbot. Oh, Caitlin knocks down 3. Her first basket of the game. And it's 11-6. 11-6 Indiana. Caitlin is on the board. De'Erica Hamby over to Azare Stevens in the right corner. Back to Odyssey Sims in the right corner. Up top to De'Erica Hamby, who pulls for 3, off. And Caitlin gets the tip rebound, and she's pushing it quickly up the court. Goes behind the back. Hesitation dribble, gets into the paint, left alone. Oh, she smokes the layup. Beautiful, what they say, $1 million move, 10-cent finish. And Rickea Jackson into the paint, gets fouled by Lexi Hull, and scores the basket. So you miss a wide open layup on one end, and then you give up a layup and foul on the other. They're showing the replay of the previous possession where Kelsey hit that baseline jump shot. 7 straight 20-plus point games for Kelsey Mitchell. Rickea Jackson completes the 3-point play, and it's 11-9 here. 11-9. Caitlin brings it up the court. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Touch pass back to Caitlin. Left side. She comes off the screen. Drops it off to Aaliyah. Aaliyah Boston picks up a dribble. Touch pass to Kelsey. Over to Nalissa. Corner to Lexi. To Nalissa for 3. And it's a miss. Rebound to Odyssey Sims. Daniel, what's going on, my friend? Salute, salute. My resident Sparks fan. Odyssey Sims into the paint. Hangs, hit, and 1. That's 2 fouls on Lexi Hull. As Odyssey Sims dribble drive into the paint. Gets to that left hand push shot. Gets fouled. And we'll go to the line for the 3-point play. Yeah, Lexi Hull. Ooh, I don't know if that was really a foul, but 2 fouls on Lexi Hull. Odyssey Sims for the 3-point play, and she buries it. So LA take the lead, 12-11, their first lead of the game. Kelsey Mitchell with the rock here. Over to Caitlin. Oh, miscommunication there. Caitlin wasn't even looking at the ball. Kelsey just throws it that direction, and it's an immediate turnover. They piling up the turnovers right now, the Fever are. 4 turnovers so far for the Fever. Ball and play with the Sparks. Tudo, my guy, salute. What's going on, bro? Hamby with the ball, top of the key. Over to Rickea Jackson. Rickea Jackson off the screen, pulls up, foul line, jump shot, too strong. Rebound to Alyssa Smith. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin, right side of the court, brings it across half court. Caitlin to Nalissa up top. They're looking for Aaliyah in the post. Aaliyah gets the ball, goes up, and scores. May have gotten away with a little push off to clear space against Hamby. Gets the ball in the post and goes to work. Salute, Tudo. Thanks for tuning in right off work. Kia Nurse has checked into the game for Stephanie Talbot. De'Erica Hamby with the ball now. About a foul line. De'Erica Hamby on the attack against Alyssa Smith. Goes up, misses the layup. Tipped out by Rickea, but right to Caitlin. Caitlin on the run. Bounce pass to Nalissa. Nalissa picks it up. Stops and gets fouled there by Azare Stevens in the paint. She'll go to the line for free throws after this official's timeout. 4 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Fever up by 1, 13-12. All right, so we're in a commercial right now. Pretty fast-paced quarter. Quarter's moving quickly so far. Moving pretty quickly so far. That's what you like to see. All right, so stat check so far. Leaders in points, Odyssey Sims with 5 points for the Sparks. Aaliyah Boston with 4 points. She's tied with Kelsey Mitchell for the team high with 4 points. Dearica Hamby with 2 rebounds for the Sparks. Caitlin Clark with 3 rebounds. She has the team high so far. Kelsey Mitchell with 1 assist. And the Sparks don't have any assists so far. Chocolate says, thanks for calling the game. It's not available to watch in your area. Salute. Thanks for tuning in, Chocolate. Appreciate it. Yes, if you're trying to watch it, the game, it is on CBS Sports Network. If you don't have that, it's a national TV game, essentially, so it's not on League Pass. No, it's not on League Pass. Looking at the turnover battle, Fever, like I said, they're up to 4 turnovers in the first 5 minutes of this game. The Sparks only with 1. But the Fever are shooting 66% from the field, which is really good. I don't really have any complaints there in terms of that. They're 6 for 9 from the field. The Sparks are 5 for 13, but it's still a 1-point game. Daniel says, I think she coaches with great energy. What are you talking about? Oh, sorry, I just saw your thing, Daniel. Thoughts on Christy Sides winning Coach of the Month? I was saying I think probably right before you came on that you can't take that away from her. She really the team adjusted after the Olympic break when they finally got some practice time. They found out what worked and what didn't work in the first half of the season, and they've come out of the Olympic break on fire. So got to give her credit. I think it's the first time a Fever coach has won Coach of the Year since they started giving out the award. I think I saw that. Don't quote me on that. But salute to Christy Sides and the work she's done. I know people were trying to get her out of there the first half of the season. They're talking about bringing what's the lady name from Iowa? Lisa Bluter. A lady just retired and they wanted to come out of retirement to coach this team. Chemo says, I have Paramount Plus and they own CBS but don't show the game. Yeah, it's a weird relationship between CBS Sports Network and actual CBS / Paramount Plus. It's basically under the same umbrella, but they don't count it the same. It's really weird. Marcy says, I went from hating sites to learning to love her. Life comes at you fast. Yeah, you gotta give people time sometimes, bro. James, you at the game again? My boy James always at the game. Let me hold $1, man. Nalissa Smith hits both free throws. It's 15-12. Let me hold $1, my friend. You the guy in the gold shirt that's sitting courtside? There's some guy with like a satin gold shirt sitting courtside. Odyssey Sims for 3 with the miss. Rebound. Oh yeah, I forgot you said you had season tickets. Caitlin Clark with the rebound. She's leading the team in rebounds. Caitlin Clark gets to the paint. Pump fakes, goes up on the left-hand side and scores. 17-12 Indiana. Under 4 minutes to go here. Yo, talking about Paramount Plus, I just had to sign up with a new email address so I can get that half off season discount. Dearica Hamby with the missed layup and Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. Fakes the pass and gets it to Caitlin. Caitlin gets across the half-court line, handoff to Kelsey. Kelsey guarded by Nurse. She comes off the screen, getting to her left hand. Back to Caitlin. Over to Nalissa Smith on the left side. Looking for, Katie Lou Samuelson. It's a backcourt violation. And that's backcourt violation on Katie Lou Samuelson. Y'all know my thoughts on Katie Lou. Is that really you? In the gold shirt? Oh, snap. What are the odds? My boy came out to show out. I would have thought you was a Sparks fan in the gold shirt. I wish I could. Man, if I wasn't watching, if I had this game on my computer, I would have screenshotted it and showed y'all. This man in a bright gold shirt, courtside. Right by the Sparks bench. Oh, I started the clock. Wait, you dang, I need to plug you got chemo that you can still log in and not get charged. That's crazy. Yeah, it went off of Katie Lou's knee. I don't know what the discussion is here. Ball back at play with the Sparks. Ari McDonald into the game at the point for Odyssey Sims. Oh, finds Azare Stevens on the roll. Azare smokes the layup. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey Mitchell dancing on Ari. Gives it to Aaliyah. Over to Kelsey. Kelsey pump fakes. And they call a foul there on Ari McDonald for holding Aaliyah Boston as she was trying to roll to the basket. So that would be her first foul. I just seen your comment, RC. Katie Cement shoe. I'm weak. Oh, man. Ball to play. Erica Wheeler's checked into the game to Kelsey Mitchell for three and scores. And they count the basket. So Kelsey Mitchell scores her first three of the game. There was a foul as the shot was being put up. So they're going to count the basket. And now the player that was fouled will shoot the free throw. Kia Nurse trying to fight through the screen on Katie Lou. You got to let that go. Come on. So Katie Lou Samuelson will shoot the free throw. So Katie Lou at the foul line to shoot one free throw. She was the player that was fouled on that 3-point Kelsey Mitchell attempt, and she buries the free throw. Ball in play. Yeah, Jim, not everybody could pull that off. I know I couldn't, man. I know I could not. Ball to De'Erica Hamby. Hamby cross court to Ari McDonald for the three, and Ari McDonald on the board with a 3-pointer from the right corner. It's 21-15. Why do they have the Pacers graphic up? Somebody's screwing up over there. It's a turnover by the Fever. On the broadcast, they put up the Pacers graphic for the run that the Fever were on. IG NS4 clothing page. Salute for the follow. Salute. Ball in play here with the LA Sparks. Lee Yeru for the Sparks is checked in. So it's Yeru for the jump shot. Bounces around. Rebound to Katie Lou. So the lineup is Erica Wheeler, Katie Lou Samuelson, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Aaliyah Boston. Erica Wheeler, top of the key three with the miss. Rebounded to Rickea Jackson, who's on the floor with Hamby, McDonald, Yeru, and Nurse. Yeru to Nurse. Nurse drives, tries to take the contact from Boston, misses the layup, and rebound to Boston. Fever on the run. Caitlin, that's a foul by Katie Lou there. Katie Lou pushes off on Ari McDonald, wanted that mismatch, and it's another turnover to the Fever. 7th turnover of the game in the first quarter for the Indiana Fever. They got to fix up here. Ball in play here with the Sparks. Ari McDonald with the ball. Looking for Hamby. Hamby in the post against Katie Lou. She goes right into her, shoots too strong off the backboard. Rebound to Kelsey Mitchell. She's on the run, running by everybody. Dancing into the paint, left hand scoop. She misses the layup. She ran by like 3 Los Angeles Sparks and just couldn't finish. Nurse over to Rickea. Rickea pump fakes, goes around. She misses the layup. Just missing layups here for the Sparks. 60 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Kelsey Mitchell doing crossovers, top of the key. Got a big on her. Gets it down to Boston. Boston guarded by Kia Nurse. They're not going to... they bring late help. Aaliyah Boston, offensive foul. They call her with the elbow there. Aaliyah Boston with the foul. Boston, that's her first foul of the game, so not too bad yet. Kia Nurse guarding. Aaliyah Boston. I don't know about that one. James said, just say I will be here for the playoffs. This place is going to be jumping. Yeah. Hopefully you guys get a game. Hopefully you guys can get a game there. Ray Burrell's checked in. To Kia Nurse for 3. Kia Nurse knocks down the 3. Ball in play here. So it's a 3-point game. 21-18. Caitlin looks to attack Nurse. One leg fall away. Caitlin hit that. Caitlyn with a one leg fall away from the baseline, and it's 23-18. LA will have to get a shot off. There's about a 6-second difference, I should say, between shot clock and the game clock. McDonald in the paint, tries to drop it off to Yeru, but Burrell saves it, goes baseline. That should be a foul by Kelsey Mitchell. It is. And Ray Burrell will go to the line for free throws. Let me look at the comments. I've just seen somebody, I was commenting stuff. I keep saying the Fever for the championship until someone beats them. Same thing with the Aces. Yo, imagine your two teams play each other. I think we talked about this. Grace Dessert Her or Grace Burger. I'm merely just asking. Ray Burrell at the free throw line misses the first. Got 13 seconds to go in this first quarter. It's 23-18. Ray Burrell's second one is up and good. So it's 23-19. The Fever have 13 seconds to get a basket here. 8 seconds. 7. Caitlyn with the ball. Guarded by Nurse. 4 seconds to go. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Caitlyn, deep three. Oh, off the rim and out. And that's how the first quarter ends, people. So at the end of the first, it's the Fever 23, the Sparks 19. Danny says, Jay, I tried typing my Caitlin Clark rap on here, but it wouldn't let me. Maybe it's for the better, my friend. a rap about Caitlin, maybe that's for the better. RC says, Gray should really be the backup point guard when Caitlin needs a quick speller. So, yeah. But they're probably, what you call it in? They're probably, Erica Wheeler making $200K a week. That's not a week, like I'm talking about soccer, on a $200K contract, $300K contract, whatever she's on. They got to give her at least some minutes to keep the vet involved, especially on that much money. It's gonna be different next year. She'll probably get minutes wherever she is next year. Daniel says, I tried typing my Caitlin Clark rap on here and it couldn't let me. Where can I send it? Send it to my email. I think my email is on my YouTube account. It should be. Let me see. Yeah, it should be on my email account. I don't even know what my stuff is. Let me get my stuff ready for the second quarter, then I'll see it. But it should be on my contact page on the YouTube channel. What am I looking for? There we go. Second quarter about to start after these commercial breaks. Fever, their only downside has been the turnovers, really. That's the only thing I can really nitpick at. They're shooting really good from the field, 60% from the field. But they have 8 turnovers in the first quarter. That's a recipe for disaster. They're winning the rebounding battle 14-5. So nothing really to complain about there on my end. All right, as I mentioned before, this is the only game on the WNBA schedule tonight. During halftime, we'll take a look at the upcoming games for the rest of the week. So stick around for halftime, and we'll touch base on all of those things. Let me see if my stat widget is working today. I know sometimes it'd be acting funny. Oh, no, that's the one from yesterday. Let's see. What is it? Of course, Tyrese Halliburton here at the game. He's been a big supporter of the team. This man, a lot of people saying hellos and whatnot. This man all smiles. This man is. RC. Oh, you can send it on TikTok. If you follow me on TikTok, send it to me there, or on Instagram. Do you have my Instagram account? It should. You can send it there as well. I'll probably see it there. I honestly just post on TikTok. I don't be I'm scrolling through stuff on TikTok. But if you send it there, just let me know and then I'll open up the app. Second quarter has started. Aaron McDonald with the ball. Aaron McDonald cross court to Nurse. Nurse sets up for three. Short. Yeru with the rebound. Yeru handoff to Hamby. Hamby, they send a double at Hamby. Somebody's open to get it to Nurse. Nurse pump fakes. Resets. Over to Hamby. Touch and go to Nurse. Oh, great ball movement there by the Sparks. Ball was popping around. Players moving, and they finish with a layup there. It's 23-21. Clark draws the foul there on the drive to the basket. She'll go to the line for free throws. She said, I ain't saying I dislike him, but I will never write a reference someone I don't know person. Maybe a poem, yes, depending on the full art. I want to see Daniel and the dude battle rap over beats music. Nah, I don't want to see. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Caitlin Clark, first free throw is up and good. Jim says Chris needs to learn how to be calm when everyone else is hyped and how to be intense when everyone else is chill. Yeah, I think she just has one mode, honestly, as Caitlin hits the second free throw. 25-21 here. Christy Size has one mode, and it's yelling and super excited, pacing up and down the sideline, doing a squat on the sideline. One mode only. Aaron McDonald for the three, misses. Rebound to Nalissa Smith. Damiris Dantas is in the game for the Fever. Caitlin bounced past to Dantas. She gets to the basket. Right hand layup is good. Looked like she was moving in slow motion there, but somehow got to the basket for the layup. It's 27-21. Aaron McDonald goes baseline, finds the cutting Ray Burrell, who's open right under the basket. They leave her alone. Nobody guarding in front of her, and she scores the layup. You and Me says another 100-point game. I wouldn't put it past these two teams. They're going back and forth here. Offense is in high gear here. Dantas in the post against Yeru. One leg fall away. They call a foul on Yeru there? Yeah, I didn't see a foul, but a foul on Lee Yeru. Chrissy Size looks like she needs a cigarette to stay calm. She in the bathroom puffing. Nah, this ain't the 1980s when they were in the NBA when them dudes was on all types of stuff. Kelsey Mitchell loses the ball and Ray Burrell has it. It looked like a foul there. No foul call. Ray Burrell dribbles it back out. Over to Nurse in transition. She pump fakes. Steps back. Three. Kia Nurse knocks down the three. And it's a 1-point game again. 27-26. Yes, Christy Side needs a cough drop during the game, after the game. It's just crazy the way she just be yelling and going on. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen, goes to the floater, too strong. Gets her own rebound though, and they leave her open. And leaves the Ray Burrell with the block on Nalissa Smith. She gets her own rebound and scores. The Sparks were lost there. At first they left Caitlin Clark open. De'Erica Hamby goes to help, and then they leave Nalissa Smith open under the basket. Aaron McDonald spins into the basket and misses. The Fever on the run here. Caitlin Clark over to Mitchell. Mitchell, no hesitation for three. Too strong. Rebound to Hamby. Hamby out to Nurse. Nurse on the right side of the floor. Attacks Caitlin Clark. Steps back. Jump shot. Baseline is good. So Kia Nurse trying to get her team some offensive production here. She's into double figures. 10 points for Nurse here to lead her team in scoring. I think a game-high 10 points. She leads the game in scoring with 10 off the bench. De'Erica Hamby with the steal. De'Erica Hamby going coast to coast. Left-hand layup is good for Hamby. And they have the lead again, 30-29. Caitlin Clark's up to 9 points, you and me. Caitlin Clark has 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. All right, Daniel, I'll look at it on TikTok. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. They leave her open for three. Too strong. It bounces, and Lexi Hull comes from the other side of the court to get the rebound. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin pump fakes. Crossover on Nurse. Tries to step back. Does step back. 3 ball short. And rebound gets... And they call... Who's the foul on? Yeah, Liz. The Sparks, they're not going to go down without a fight. They're going to try and win games here. I'm not too sure who the foul was on here. The foul was on Lee Yeru, so it was on the Sparks. So the Fever get away and they get another possession here. Caitlin the inbound gets it to Mitchell. Mitchell crossover left side of the floor. She's dancing with the ball. Shoots over Nurse. Jump shot is up and short. Broadcast just froze or came back. Odyssey Sims has the ball now. She's back into the game. Over to Nurse. Nurse has the hot hand for the Sparks. Gets into the paint. Passes out to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell goes behind the back on Lexi Hull. Out to Nurse. Nurse, no hesitation. 3. Misses. Ball tipped up. And 1. It was between Rickea and Kelsey Mitchell. Lexi Hull secures the rebound. Caitlin down to Dantas against Rickea Jackson. She spins. One leg fall away. Misses. Fight for the rebound. And Ray Burrell secures it. Ray Burrell outlet pass. It somehow bounces to Azare Stevens to Odyssey Sims. Misses the layup but gets fouled. So the pace of this game is back and forth. A lot of deflections. But at the 5-minute 34 mark, the Sparks have the lead, 30-29. Sparks are outscoring the Fever 11-6 in this quarter so far. Looking at the stats here. Let me get my widget up first before I do that. But Kia Nurse leads all scorers with 10 points. On 2 of 4 shooting from 3. Today is 9-4. There we go. Game. Let me see. Let's see if the widget's actually working today. There we go. It actually is. All right, cool. Let me get that up for us. Game leaders. This man said he's so confident in his rap. I'm going to put this up for the people to see, my friend. This man says, if you don't like my rap, I'll send you money. That's how confident I am in my rap. Oh, okay, okay. I have to give it a look. I have to give it a listen, I should say. I have to give it a listen. Man is extra confident in his ability. All right, the widget is up now. I should cycle through all the leading score stats and all that good stuff. Let me, so you can see the names. There we go. Boom. All right, so we're good to go now. Easy Mob says, keep doing streams like this. I will sub right now. No cap. Yeah, I do streams like this. I've been doing streams like this all season long. I'm glad you found the channel. However you did. Appreciate you tuning in. Salute, salute. I'll be back. I won't be back tomorrow. I'll actually be at the Liberty game against the Seattle Storm tomorrow. So no watch along tomorrow. And Friday, we'll probably aim for Saturday. There's only one game on Saturday we'll look at during halftime. But we shall see. Question, do you think Clark will drop 25 points? I mean, she's on pace for it now. She's up to 9 points so far. In order for them to win this game, and Kelsey Mitchell's not having the same type of game she's had recently. She's up to 7 points so far on 3 of 7 shooting. So this team goes as them two have been going. Con Landing says, today's the 25th anniversary. Oh, yes, I did see this. Today's the 25th anniversary of Teresa Weatherspoon's shot in 1999 in the 1999 finals to win Game 2 against the Houston Comets. Yeah, we still ended up going on to lose that and haven't won a championship since. Don't remind me. Do not remind me. I'm not going to say I remember that shot, like where I was when that shot happened, but I do remember seeing like the newspaper articles and stuff when I was a kid. I was only like 5 years old at that time. Ball, Odyssey Sims hits the first, but misses the second, and we're back in play here. Sparks up 31-29. Do I think Boston would get 13 plus rebounds and assists? She's up to 6 rebounds now, and we're not even at halftime yet. She might just get 13 rebounds alone, but it's a turnover by Caitlin. Odyssey Sims on the run. Odyssey Sims over to Ray Burrell. Steps back. Right wing 3. Ray Burrell knocks down the 3, and the Sparks are turning defense into offense. 11 turnovers here for the Fever. And the Sparks have 11 points off of those 11 turnovers. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Down to Boston, and they call a foul here on Azare Stevens. Jim says, "Do you?" I just saw your comment, Jim. You want me to cover for you? Yeah, man. I need the support. If you can cover for me, I'll send you the credentials. Best with you. Ball back at play. Kelsey Mitchell wide open. She sets, pops, and drops the three. Her defender got caught up on the screen. She had enough time to find the laces on the ball, test the wind, and she cashed it out. 34-32. Sparks up. Ray Burrell out to Azare for three. She can hit those, and Azare Stevens responds with a three. And it's 37-32. The Sparks are not going away. Sims, 19 points, rebounds, and assists. For Sims, I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Aaliyah Boston in the post, goes up and scores. Aaliyah Boston scores in the post. Caitlin Clark threw that pass from almost half court right to Aaliyah Boston's chest. Good pass there. It's 37-34. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Azare Stevens, another three. Azare Stevens, back-to-back threes. They're leaving her wide open, and she's making them pay. 40-34 now. They feeding Aaliyah Boston now. She misses the left-hand layup, and Azare Stevens with the rebound. I would go right back to her. They might. They're gonna run that pick and pop with Azare. If Aaliyah Boston doesn't want to, Rickea Jackson. Oh, that pass went out of bounds. Oh, I thought they were gonna go back to Azare Stevens there for another three. But it was ended up being a turnover again. So what we got? 11 turnovers for the Fever. That was only the second turnover for the Sparks here. Leah Boston in the post goes up over Rickea Jackson and scores. So now they're featuring Aaliyah Boston a lot now. It's 40-36. Odyssey Sims with the ball, attacks Dantas, goes up, floater is up, bounces around, and good. So Odyssey Sims up to 8 points here. Odyssey Sims with 8 points and 2 assists. Lexi Hall, they try to feed Dantas and they call a foul there on Stephanie Talbot on the entry pass. Indiana is in the bonus now, so they'll be shooting free throws the rest of the quarter. So do you think tomorrow Sabrina will get 27 points and assists? It'll be tough. Skylar Diggins-Smith plays the Liberty really tough. I don't want to say no because I hope Sabrina goes off, but it'll be tough for her to get that. It'll be tough for Sabrina to get 27. I don't look at what she had the last game against the Storm last week, and you can make a better judgment call there. Damiris Dantas misses the second free throw. It's 42-37. She made the first. 3 minutes to go in this quarter, guys. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims out to Steph Talbot, left side to Rickea. Rickea's been pretty quiet this game so far. Azare Stevens shoots a long jump shot, way short. Rebound to Kelsey Mitchell, and she's on her bike. She's on the roll. Kelsey Mitchell, transition three. Oh, halfway down and out, tipped up, and goes and tipped out by Aaliyah Boston. It goes to the LA Sparks. So we have a timeout here by the Sparks. 2:39 to go here in the second quarter. Sparks are up 42-37. Jim says we both have beards, Jay. Maybe you could fool them. I could overnight you one of my bucket hats over here. I could send you my jacket to put on the chair. I don't want to take my thing off the wall, the Liberty thing off the wall there. But other than that, that's it. And then we'll be good to go. Oh, man. All right, quick stat check. We have Aaliyah Boston with 8 points and 6 rebounds. We have Kelsey Mitchell with 10 points and 3 rebounds, 2 assists. We have Lexi Hull with 2 points and 3 rebounds. Caitlin Clark with 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. And we have Damiris Dantas. With 3 points for the Fever. Steph Talbot running around doing cardio for the Sparks. No points, no rebounds, no assists, no fouls, no shot attempts. She just out there. She got the same stats as you and me. Azare Stevens, back-to-back threes, has 6 points and 3 rebounds. Rickea Jackson with 3 points. Odyssey Sims with 8 points, 2 assists, 1 rebound. Ray Burrell with 6 points and 3 assists. Jim said people might notice that I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, they'll definitely notice that. They'll they'll notice that. RC says, hey, what's going on with your fever, man? I don't know what's going on with your fever. They're turning the ball over. That's what's going on with them, honestly. They're up to 11 turnovers. They're shooting 27% from 3. That has something to do with it. They are winning the rebounding battle 21-11, so there's no issue there. It's the turnovers and that 3-point percentage is why they are down right now. The Sparks are shooting 46% from 3, and they only have 2 turnovers. So that's the major difference. So we're still in the timeout right now, still in the timeout commercial. Let's see if they come back after this DraftKings commercial. And they do. Yep, and the same thing I just mentioned to you guys, the same thing the broadcast is mentioning. 3-pointers is the difference here. 3 for 11 for the Fever, 6 for 13 for the Sparks. Ball and play here with the Sparks. After that timeout by them. Sims with the ball. Sims crosses half court. Sims rejects the screen, drops it off. Somebody, that's a travel. So they, as I talked about, they had limited turnovers. Obviously, Sims comes out to timeout and travels. Third turnover, so not too bad. Third turnover with only 2.5 to go in the second quarter is not bad. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin, right-hand dribble. Bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston. She seals and scores. So I'm telling you, it's a Leah Boston quarter here. They're really making a concerted effort to get her involved. And it's 42-39. Ray Burrell turnaround jump shot over Lexi Hall and scores. Can't keep trading baskets if you're the Fever here. Caitlin Clark goes behind the back, tries to fake the jump shot, hands it off to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull over to Boston, top of the key. Finds Kelsey Mitchell on the backdoor cut. Ray Burrell falls for it, and it's an easy layup for Kelsey. Easy layup for Kelsey. 44-41. Ball and play here with the Sparks. Azare Stevens brings it across half court. Azare right side to Ray Burrell. Ray Burrell goes to the right side, guarded by Boston now. She dribbles back out to the 3-point line. Looking for Rickea. She can't get her. Out to Odyssey Sims. 8 on the shot clock. Odyssey goes to her strong left hand, attacks Katie Lou, gets blocked by Katie Lou. And that's a foul by Rickea Jackson unnecessarily. They're already in the bonus, so now Katie Lou will shoot free throws. Rookie mistake there by Katie Lou. The Woody salute. Peace King. Great work on these watch-alongs, lifesavers when I'm working. Appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it. Salute, salute, salute. So Katie Lou Sampson at the line for her second pair of free throws. Katie Lou. This is only her first pair of free throws. She shot that first free throw when she got fouled after Kelsey Mitchell made the 3-pointer. So it's 44-41. Katie Lou at the line. First free throw is up and good. Makes it a 2-point game, 44-42. De'Erica Hamby's checking into the game. Azare Stevens goes to the bench. Katie Lou's second free throw is up and good. So it's a 1-point game here. 1-point game. 1:20 to go here in this first half. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims over to Rickea. Rickea comes off the screen, drops it off to De'Erica. De'Erica goes up over Katie Lou. She misses the layup. Kia Nurse gets the rebound, pass out, and foul by Lexi Hull trying to go after the loose ball. Runs right into Ray Burrell. Lexi Hull, that might be 3 fouls on her. She ran right into her. I don't know why the crowd is booing there. That should be 3 fouls on Lexi. So ball to the Sparks. They inbounded to Odyssey. Odyssey Sims off the screen. Goes to the left hand. Stops her dribble. Looking for somebody. Gets it to Rickea. Rickea Jackson. Hesitation on Katie Lou. Attacks her. Goes up. Floating jump shot. Misses. De'Erica Hamby comes around everybody. Gets the offensive rebound and score. 46-43. Under a minute to go here. Caitlin Clark on the attack. Out to Kelsey. Back to Caitlin. Caitlin down to Boston. Boston on the attack against Hamby. Gets all the way into the basket. De'Erica with the block, and they call a foul there. That's a lot for De'Erica to Hamby there. De'Erica to Hamby there. De'Erica to handle there. Against Boston. Outweighs her. A little taller than her as well. So Aaliyah Boston at the line. The Woody, it's on CBS Sports Network. It's not on League Pass tonight. It's technically a national TV game, so it's on CBS Sports Network. Boston first free throw is up and good. Jim says crowd likes objectivity, of course. The home crowd always. No one's ever gonna be on the side of an opposing call. Aaliyah Boston up to 11 points and 6 rebounds. Yeah, CBS Sports Network, different than regular CBS. Oh, I added a score to the wrong team. My bad. It's 46-45 here. 46-45. 27 seconds to go. People said they went on Paramount Plus to see if it was there. It wasn't. So it's just CBS Sports Network. It's like a specialty CBS channel. As Rickea Jackson, haven't seen her score in a while. She scores here. 48-45, 13 seconds to go here. Caitlin with the ball. Let's see if the Fever can tie the game here going into the halftime break. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen. Ray Burrell's on her. Bounce pass to Aaliyah Boston with the score. Aaliyah Boston, I've said that name so many times this quarter. Rickea Jackson on the run. Rickea gets it up at the buzzer. And it's off. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first half, the Sparks go into halftime with the lead on the road, 48-47 over the Indiana Fever. Daniel says, Jay, who do you think will win most improved this year? Most improved? It's a good question. Who will win most improved? Who came back going crazy? That's a good question. That is a good question. I have to think about that one. Most improved is a tough one. And my initial thoughts would be De'Erica, but I'll have to go through my Rolodex of players who have been having a pretty good season so far, or who have improved from last season so far. All right, people, we're going to go into the halftime report, looking at the stats, both the box score and the team stats. We'll look at the brackets for the playoffs. We'll look at each team's schedule, try and see how many more wins or losses they will accumulate the rest of the season. Make sure you leave a like on the video. If you like this type of content, subscribe. We do watch-alongs multiple times a week here on the channel. I'm primarily a Liberty fan, as you probably can tell from all the paraphernalia all around me and stuff. But I do love watching the WNBA, so I do the watch-alongs for other teams as well. James is at the game. James says, is it time to start panicking yet? I don't know. Gino, salute for the subscription. I don't know, man. You tell me. It's not time. I wouldn't say it's time to panic. This is the same Sparks team that gave up 40 points in a quarter to the Dallas Wings a couple games ago, so I wouldn't count them out as of yet. Yeah, Liz, we got another good one on our hands. Another good one on our hands. All right, let me get this stuff up for you. I'm over here chatting away. Let me get this stuff up for us. Okay, let's go to the box score. There we go. All right, y'all. Hope you guys can see that. Hope you guys can see me and that. Yeah, it looks like you can. Let me fix my camera here. Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. Boom. Perfect. All right. So this is it right here. This is it right here, people. Let's go back to live mode. So the Sparks 48, Indiana 47. We got LA was outscored 23-19 in the first quarter. The second, LA was outscored them 29-24, which is why they have a 1-point lead. Before I go into the stats, Jim says Kelsey most improved. Nah, Kelsey was an all-star last year, if I'm not mistaken, and she's been a bona fide scorer, so I don't think they'll give her most improved for that. For the Sparks, Miracle said, people hit the likes. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes. What's up, Miracle? Good to see you in the chat as always. So De'Erica Hamby, 15 minutes, 8 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 4 of 10 shooting though. She missed a couple layups here. Gotta clean that up. Steph Talbot, out there doing cardio, no points, does have a foul, a steal, and a rebound. Hasn't taken a shot. Azare Stevens hit some big threes in that second quarter. 6 points, 3 rebounds for her on 2 of 3 shooting from 3-point range. 2 of 5 overall. Rickea Jackson, 5 points, a rebound for her on 2 of 8 shooting. And Odyssey Sims, 8 points, 3 assists, and a rebound for her in 13 minutes. Yuru, no points in her 6 minutes, does have a rebound, but she does have she got 2 fouls in those 6 minutes. Kia Nurse, their spark off the bench, no pun intended, 10 points in 10 minutes, so a point a minute for her, 2 for 4 from 3. Ari McDonald, 3 points in her 7 minutes, and Ray Burrell, 8 points in her 11 minutes, also has 3 assists. As I mentioned, they only have 3 turnovers in that whole first half, which is a good recipe for them. And they are shooting 6 for 14 from 3, 42%, which is pretty solid, around league average there. Indiana Fever, Nalissa Smith, haven't said that name a lot today. 4 points, 3 rebounds on 1 of 3 shooting. She does have an assist, a steal, and a block. Aaliyah Boston was featured heavily in that second quarter, up to 14 points and 6 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 12 points on 5 of 10 shooting, so 50% for her, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. Lexi Hull, 2 points, does have 3 fouls, and 3 rebounds in her 15 minutes. Caitlin Clark played all 20 minutes in that first half. Her and Kelsey Mitchell played all 20 minutes. 9 points, does have 4 turnovers. She has 4 of the 11, has to cut those down. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. So she is on triple-double watch there. They'll probably need more scoring from her if they want to win this game. I mean, she hasn't been scoring a lot, and they're still up. I mean, they're still only down by 1. I think they'll turn it on here in the second half. Their bench, Damaris Dantas, 7 minutes, 3 points. Katie Lou Samuelson, 3 points in her 7 minutes to go with 2 rebounds. And she does have a block as well. Erica Wheeler played 3 minutes and 0 points. All right. So that is the box score. Let's take a look at these team stats. Team stats here. So we got, in terms of field goal percentage, the Fever still shooting a really good percentage, 53% from the field, 44% for the field. For the Sparks, 3-point range is where they're struggling a bit. 3 for 11 for the Fever, 6 for 14 for the Sparks, 27% for the Fever. That's what that turns out to. The Fever getting to the line more than the Sparks here, 10 for 11 from the line. The Sparks are 4 for 6. The rebounding battle, the Fever are winning 22-13 here. The assist battle, the Fever are winning 11-9. They're losing the steals battle, however, 4-1, but they're winning the blocks battle 2-1. Total turnovers, 11 for the Fever, 3 for the Sparks, as I mentioned. The Fever have given up 11 points off of their 11 turnovers. The Sparks have given up 6 points off of their 3 turnovers. Fast break points in favor of the Sparks, 8-2. They're both tied at points in the paint, 24-24. The Sparks out fouling the Fever 10-7. The largest lead was 9 for the Fever and 6 for the LA Sparks. All right, so that's the box score and the team stats. Let's take a look at the schedule. Hopefully I have the right schedule up. This was yesterday. Let's go to today. So today, only game, as I mentioned, on the schedule. Hey, Layla, what's going on? Salute. Thanks for joining. This is the only game that's going on right now. But tomorrow, these are the games that are going on. There's only 2 games. They're both on Amazon Prime Video or on your local. If you're in these areas, Seattle and New York, Washington, Phoenix, you're on the local broadcasting channel where you watch your games there. So for if you're in New York, it's on Channel 5, Fox 5. So you can watch it there. So with Seattle at New York, as I mentioned, no watch along tomorrow. I'll be at this game 7 p.m. New York trying to beat Seattle again after they beat them a couple days ago. And then the late game is the Washington Mystics looking to fight for that. Still in the fight for the eighth seed. They're trying to claw back into it. They take on the Phoenix Mercury in Phoenix. Phoenix trying to sneak back into that 6th seed if the Fever lose tonight. So we're coming down to the final days of the season, people. Friday, Friday is always the Ion Day, meaning the Ion channel here in the W on Ion. It's free to watch on over the air, YouTube TV. I think it's on Fubo TV, whatever cable provider you have. Ion should be on there. So the 7:30 game, Dallas at Atlanta. That should be a big game for these two teams. Atlanta trying to get that 8th seed as well. Las Vegas at Connecticut. That's a huge game between two powerhouses. You have Minnesota and Indiana. Indiana trying to test their improvement against a solid Minnesota team who's looking for a championship. And you got the Sparks at Chicago. Chicago would probably need to win this game. Kennedy Carter, we'll see if she's back for that game. She's been out for a number of games, which is why the Sky have struggled. And the Sparks are actually doing pretty well here tonight. All right, so that's the schedule on Friday, and then we got Saturday. We only have one game on Saturday. We may do this game, Phoenix and Seattle. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. Just keep a look on the channel. I'll schedule a broadcast if I'm able to do this one. So Phoenix at Seattle on Saturday, 9 p.m. on NBA TV. And then on Sunday, we have Minnesota at Washington, Atlanta at Indiana, Vegas at New York, Dallas at Chicago, Connecticut at LA. So a number of games to choose from on Sunday, September 8th. I will be at this game as well. It's the only time Vegas comes to town. So I can't miss that game. So 4 p.m. on ESPN, Vegas in New York taking on the Liberty. I can't miss that. So be sure to tune in to all of these games if you can. Support the W. We're coming down to the final games of the season, and the playoffs are right around the corner. So make sure you're tuned in. All right, so let me take a look at the remaining schedule for these teams. Let me pull up if this thing would let me. Hold on, sorry. If this thing will let me get the Fever schedule up. So this is the schedule for the Fever. Let me scroll down towards the bottom. So right now they're playing the Sparks, which is this September 4th game. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more games. 6 more games. Layla says, "Oh, close score. My Aces are gonna beat your Liberty again." Nah. The tables have turned. We will not lose to y'all again. We will not lose to y'all. Let me not say it. Let me not say it with chest, but I hope we never lose to y'all again. I hope we continue to beat y'all until y'all break y'all team up. All right. So after this Sparks game, we'll see if they win or lose this game. If they lose, they'll be 17-17. If they win, they'll be 18-16. Then they continue their home stand. So they play Minnesota, Atlanta 2 times against Vegas, and then Dallas. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more games at home after this game. So Minnesota will be a tough game for them. I'm going to put that as a loss. Atlanta, they should beat Atlanta. I think they'll split with Vegas. And they should beat Dallas, even though it'll be a close game. But we just saw they could beat Dallas. And then finish at Washington. That'll be an interesting game at Washington. So we got to keep an eye on that. So including, so starting, that's I'd say 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3, 4. So I'll say 4-2 in their next 6 games for the Fever. If they win this game, that'll put them at 22 wins. At worst for the Fever, I could see them going 3-3. RC says, Jay, do you promise to beat us? Nah, I don't make promises that I have no bearings on. I can't control if we'll beat y'all or not. I'm just a fan. I can't control it, but I hope we beat y'all. Elita said my aces are gonna make y'all cry like Joel and B. Damn. Nah. We gonna. We'll see. That's what I'll say. I'll say we'll see. I'm not gonna make no promises here, but say that we shall see when the ball is tipped up and you are on our home floor, this time around. Cub fan, salute on the Twitch. Of course. You know that's what I'm here to do. Let's take a quick look before they come back to this game. What's the other team playing? The Sparks. Look at the Sparks here. So their next couple games they play on Friday against the Sky on the road. Then they go to Connecticut. They host Connecticut 2 games. Man, this is a tough schedule for the Sparks. They may not win another game the rest of the season after this. This is their best chance at a win tonight. Oh, they probably challenge the Sky on September 6th. But the rest of their games, 2 against the Sun, 2 against the Storm, against the Mercury and the Lynx, I don't see a win there. I do not see a win there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 0-6 in their last 6. And that's my prediction. If they don't win tonight, they're going to lose out the rest of the season. Sorry to all the Sparks fans on here. RC said, Libs and Aces got to get past everyone to make it to the finals first. Yeah, I mean, we might meet in the second round if y'all stay in that 4 seed and we stay in the 1. All right, y'all, that was the halftime report. Broadcast is about to restart here. Thanks for staying tuned in for the broadcast. Leave a like if you like these halftime reports. We'll take a look at the final box score at the end of this matchup here. But let's get back to business. Kia Nurse still leading the way for the Sparks. 10 points. Odyssey Sims with 8. Hamby with 8. Yeah, when I was looking at the bracket, y'all gotta it's either the Aces move up to 3 to move to the other side of the bracket, or we'll just, it might be a date with y'all in the second round if everybody does what they're supposed to do. Ball is back in play with the Sparks to start this third quarter. Let's see if the Fever turn it up here and ease up on those turnovers. Stephanie Talbot against Caitlin Clark. She does a jump pass, which they tell you not to do in elementary school, and it's a turnover. Caitlin Clark bounced pass to Boston, and as we talk about that, we got back-to-back turnovers. One by the Sparks, one by the Fever. Odyssey Sims on the attack, goes up, uses the body, and scores over Lexi Hull. So it's 50-47 here. 50-47. Aaliyah Boston left wide open. She hesitates. She had a wide drive to the basket. Boston dribbling around, trying to get to somebody. Gets it to Kelsey. Kelsey to her left hand, scoop, and score. Anytime she gets a head of steam going to that left hand, it's curtains. Thanks, Daniel. I'm surprised nobody mentioned that to me before. Stephanie Talbot with another turnover. She might have to go sit on the bench here. Eddie, what's going on, my friend? Salute. Can't watch on, yeah, CBS Sports. Yeah, that's one of those weird channels nobody really has. And you can't get it anywhere else unless you have like a cable provider. It's a tough one, but I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're tuned in here. Nalissa Smith attacks De'Erica Hamby and scores as I'm talking here. And the Fever retake the lead here, 51-50. Con Landing says the Lynx Liberty game on September 15th could be for home court advantage through the playoffs. Yeah, that could be a big one. Azare Stevens for 3. So Azare Stevens, that's 3 threes in this game for Azare. She hit 2 in the last quarter. Starts off this quarter with 1 for herself. It's the Sparks retake the lead, 53-51. Lexi Hull bounce pass to Nalissa Smith. They send a late double. Nalissa Smith playing on the baseline. And I don't know what type of bounce pass that was. She bounce passes it right out of bounds. And that's another turnover for the Indiana Fever. That's 13 turnovers, if I'm not mistaken, for the Fever here. They have to fix that up. Ball in play here with the Fever. Azurá Stevens feeling herself. Step back 3. That was a heat check, and she misses. Rebound to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Caitlin Clark guarded by Kia Nurse, who's checked in for Stephanie Talbot. As I said, Stephanie Talbot out there doing cardio. Aaliyah Boston foul line jump shot is short. Tips the rebound to herself, gets it, and scores. That's unacceptable if you're Coach Kurt Miller to let the player shoot the foul line jump shot and get her own rebound on the right side of the basket for a layup. Odyssey Sims on the quick attack and scores. Odyssey Sims returns the favor and gives the Sparks back to a 2-point lead. Kelsey Mitchell tries to attack Nurse. Nurse stays in front of her. Kelsey Mitchell goes to her left. Bounce pass to Smith. Smith pulls up the slow pull-up jump shot from the right side. And she misses. Rebound to Azurá Stevens. Odyssey Sims over to Azurá. Left side to Nurse. Nurse bounce pass to Azurá. Azurá foul line jump shot, ear ball, and it goes out of bounds. They're showing a replay of that last Aaliyah Boston when she missed a jump shot, got her own rebound, and scored. Caitlin Clark brings it across half court here. Gets the screen from Boston. They gets it to Boston. Boston had a steam to the basket, goes up and misses. A ball gets tipped around out to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell gets into the paint, throws up the floater, rolls around, and scores. Ties the game here at 55. Timeout by Kurt Miller. It's the same thing I was just talking about. They can't keep giving up offensive rebounds. It's punishing them. And the game is tied at 55 all with 6 minutes 40 to go in the third quarter. So Kelsey Mitchell scores that last basket. She's up to 14 points, tied with Aaliyah Boston for the team high. Aaliyah Boston with 14 points and 6 rebounds to go with, and 2 assists. Kelsey Mitchell with 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Caitlin Clark, 9 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. She does have, I think she has 5 turnovers at the moment. And let me check. Caitlin Clark, yeah, she has 5 turnovers, yes. Let's get down to business. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that song just popped in my head. All right, we're in a timeout right now. The last timeout was by the Sparks. Kurt Miller was not happy with the amount of offensive rebounds the team was giving up. If I look at the offensive rebounding numbers, let's see if it reflects that. The Sparks have 3 offensive rebounds. The Fever have 5. They just got 2 in that last couple possessions there. So I guess he wants to nip that in the bud. All right, we good. Salute to everybody still tuned in. Salute to everybody still tuned in for the only W game on the slate tonight. I know a lot of people couldn't watch it because it's on CBS Sports Network, but you know, I'm always here trying to get as much coverage as possible. I know CBS Sports Network is one of those weird channels, so I'm glad you guys found the channel. So let's see if the Fever can respond here. It's a tie game. They started off a little shaky there, but they've helped themselves out by getting some offensive rebounds to save their last 2 possessions. So, we're back on the broadcast now, thankfully. It's Sparks Ball. You and me says, do you think Fever is overconfident? I don't think they're overconfident. I just think it's one of those things when you play teams that are that are not as good. Same thing with the Liberty last game. The Sparks came out to play, but in all honesty, the Liberty should be smacking up the Sparks at this point. You play down the competition. As much as I don't like to believe in that, but it does set in. And I think that's what's happening here. But they'll do enough to secure this win, I believe. Sparks with the ball after that. The ball went out of bounds off of the Fever. They got a deflection. Kia Nurse on the drive. Bounce pass out to Hamby with 4 on the shot clock. Hamby on the drive. One leg fall away short. Rebound to Boston. Boston over to Caitlin. Caitlin crosses half court here. Caitlin off the screen. Caitlin snatchback dribble. Deep 3 over Nurse. Caitlin Clark knocks down the 3. And she's into double figures now. 58-55 here, and Caitlin Clark gets the steal, and she's on the run here. Coast to coast layup is good. So a quick 5 points for Caitlin, and it's a 5-point game to the Fever. De'Erica over to Rickea. The crowd gets hyped when Caitlin puts the ball in the bucket. Rickea, one leg fall away, tough shot. Caitlin with the rebound, and the Fever on the run again. Caitlin, she might take a heat check shot here. Caitlin with the ball. She wants to screen. Caitlin comes off the screen, bounce pass to Boston. Boston, 10-footer short. Ball tipped around, rebound to Stevens. Stevens brings it across half court, gets it to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey finds De'Erica. De'Erica against Nalissa Smith, gets into the paint, spins off her, and gets fouled by Nalissa Smith. De'Erica Hamby will go to the line for free throws. So those last couple possessions, Caitlin Clark comes off a snatchback dribble, pulls up for a 3, cashes it in. Sparks come down. Caitlin gets the steal, goes coast to coast, and lays it right up and in. De'Erica Hamby, first free throw is up and good. You said you need to fire Kurt Miller? I guess. I don't know. Who do you bring in? That's the question. Who do you bring in? It's one of them ones where who do you bring in? She hits both free throws there. It's a 3-point game, 60-57. Ball over to Kelsey, back to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the screen again, finds Boston right side of the floor. Boston on the attack, finds Hull in the corner. Hull penetrates into the paint. She travels. They don't call it, but Hamby gets to poke away, outlet, and they throw the outlet pass too far for De'Erica Hamby. It's a turnover. Hamby to the bench. Yeru checks in for her. 4 minutes, 53 seconds to go here in the third quarter. There's nobody to inbound the ball for the Fever. Caitlin's just waiting in the backcourt by herself. Lexi Hull comes to help finally. Ball is inbounded. Caitlin with the rock. Excuse me. Caitlin crosses half court. Caitlin left side to Kelsey. Kelsey comes off the screen. Right hand dribble. Gets to the foul line. Steps away. Foul away jump shot. Misses. Yeru tips it to Stevens. Stevens over to Odyssey. Right side of the floor. Odyssey comes off the screen from Stevens. As Odyssey Sims versus Aaliyah Boston. Odyssey on the attack. Left hand dribble gets fouled by Boston. So Odyssey Sims will go to the line for a free throw. Chemo says they need more talent on the Sparks roster, though. Definitely does. And now with Cam Brick out with the ACL, she loses a year of development. That sets back the process a little bit. I'm glad Rickea was able to get more minutes and get more comfortable, but Cam Brink is going to be a vital piece as well as Odyssey Sims hits the first. Boston to the bench. Damiris Dantas checks in. Aaliyah Boston was running to the locker room. Maybe she got to use the bathroom. Who knows? Odyssey Sims hits the second free throw. She had a smile on her face, so no injury there. 1-point game, 60-59. The Fever are up here. Chocolate says on Mark Brown's podcast, Sharon Miller said she's open to the right opportunity. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, that's good. I guess that's an option that's available now. There's going to be a lot of coaching jobs opening. Caitlin Clark into the paint on Nurse and scores on the right-hand side. So it's 62-59 here. 62-59. Caitlin starting to assert herself. She has 7 points in this quarter. Rickea against Lexi Hull. Turnaround. One leg fall away. Misses. Oh, both Indiana Fever players fighting for the rebound. They tip it out of bounds. They give the Sparks another opportunity here. Ball to be inbounded by the Sparks under their basket. Odyssey Sims gets it into Rickea. Rickea in the left corner, guarded by Dantas. Rickea dribbles out. Over to Azare. Azare to Nurse. Nurse top of the key. Nurse comes off the screen. Over to Odyssey with 2 on the clock. Odyssey just chucks it up. 1 on the clock. Hits the back rim. Yeru fighting for it. And it goes out of bounds off of Yeru. Indiana basketball. Christine says Boston, Mitchell, and Clark each have 16 points. Yeah, they're playing really well together right now. Playing really well. Lexi Hull goes to the bench. Ray Burrell about to check in. Ball in play here with Caitlin. So Caitlin with 16 and 7 assists, 6 rebounds. As I mentioned, she was on triple-double watch early. Nalissa Smith with the ball at the three-point line. Over to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell coming to her left. Goes back right. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin step back 3. Misses. Rebound goes to Nurse. Nurse did a good job of boxing out the taller Nalissa Smith. Nurse looks to attack. Dribbles back out. Over to Azare. Left side to Odyssey. Odyssey calls out the play. Comes off the screen going to her left. Odyssey back to the foul line. Over to Yeru. Yeru down to Azare against Caitlin Clark. Caitlin just lets her go and scores. She knew she was... that was a mismatch. That was a good play there by the Sparks to get that mismatch. Clark doesn't have any fouls in this game. I'm surprised she didn't go and just take a foul there. Clark over to Mitchell. Mitchell right side of the floor. Comes off the screen going to left. Snatch back dribble. Crossover. Gets to her left hand. Mitchell over to Nalissa Smith. Jump shot is up and short. Rickea Jackson with the rebound. Rickea left side to Odyssey Sims. It's a 1-point game here, 62-61. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the third. Azare Stevens bounce pass to Rickea. She saves it. Rickea jump shot, air ball. Odyssey Sims with the rebounds. Out to Kia Nurse for 3 and the lead. No. Rebound long to Erica Wheeler. Erica Wheeler on the push. Turns on the jet, double clutches and misses the layup, but she's fouled by Nurse. So Erica Wheeler will go to the line for free throws. She hasn't scored yet in this game. So Erica Wheeler looks ahead. She sees nobody's back. Kia Nurse tries to get in front of her. That was a little weak of a foul. I don't know. But Erica Wheeler at the line for free throws. Substitutions about to be made for the Fever after this first free throw. Wheeler first free throw is up and good. Rickea Jackson goes to the bench for the Sparks. Aaliyah Boston checks in for the Fever. Katie Lou Samuelson is checked in for the Fever as well. I'll give you the lineup update. It's Boston, Clark, Dantas, Samuelson, and Wheeler. Wheeler misses the free throw, but Boston comes in and gets the offensive rebound. Out to Clark. Clark pump fakes. Gets into the paint. Behind the back pass to Boston. Out to Wheeler for 3. And it's a 3 by Erica Wheeler. So she gets 4 points on that possession. And it's a 5-point game. Under 2 minutes to go here. Fever up by 5. 66-61. Odyssey Sims comes to the right-hand side. Over to Nurse. Nurse sets up for 3. And Kia Nurse answers with a 3 of her own to get it back to a 2-point game. 66-64. Caitlin Clark step back over Odyssey Sims. Oh, Odyssey. And she hits the 3. Caitlin Clark right over Odyssey Sims from the left wing at 69-64. Caitlin Clark up to 19 points now. Odyssey Sims gets into the paint, gets fouled by Damaris Dantas. Dantas, that's her second foul. Sigmund said, am I going to jinx the Fever? Probably not. I said they were probably going to win this game. They'll just have to improve in the second half and taking care of the ball and their 3-point percentage. Odyssey Sims misses the first free throw. Caitlin Clark up to 19 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with the double-double, 16 points, 10 rebounds. Odyssey Sims' second free throw is up and good. Makes it a 4-point game here. Erica Wheeler brings it up the court. Odyssey Sims up to 15 points and 5 assists. Dantas, guarded by Hamby, gets it to Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the screen. Pocket pass to Damaris. Long 2. Rebound goes out to Hamby. Hamby over to Nurse. Nurse with the ball. Crossover. Steps back, gets into the paint. Throws up the floater, and they call a carry on Kia Nurse. Turnover to the Sparks. .46 seconds to go here. Ball in play. Caitlin brings it across half court. 4-point game here. Caitlin with the ball. They send a hedge out to her. They get it to Caitlin. Caitlin gets the ball back from Boston. Deep 3 off the front rim. I think the Sparks will probably play for 1 possession here. It's about a 6-second difference, 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Sims gets it to Hamby. Hamby gets it back to Sims. Sims comes off the screen. Over to Ray Burrell. Wide open for 3. Oh, halfway down and out. Boston with the rebound. They get it out to Wheeler. They have 8 seconds to go. Wheeler crosses half court. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds to Caitlin. Caitlin with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Over to Katie Lou. That's funny. Caitlin didn't want to ruin her shot percentage. She just passed it to Katie Lou with 2 seconds left on the clock. They don't get a shot off. But at the end of the third, the Fever up 69-65. They outscore the Sparks 22-17 in that quarter. Let's get ready for the fourth and final quarter. So a quick stat check here, quick stack check. The Fever, in terms of turnovers, they're up to 14. I think they had 11 at halftime. They've only had 3 in that quarter, which is pretty good. They're winning the rebounding battle 30-21 right now. They're still shooting 52% and over 50%, which is really incredible. They've improved their 3-point percentage up to 37.5%. I think they were down at like 22 at halftime. They forced the Sparks into more turnovers. The Sparks had 2 turnovers at halftime. 2 or 3 at halftime. They're up to 8 right now. Looking at the box score for all the players, we got, for the Sparks, you have Hamby with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. You got Azare Stevens with 11 points and 6 rebounds. Rickea Jackson with 5 points. Odyssey Sims with 15 points and 5 assists. Their bench, Kia Nurse with 13 points and Ray Burrell with 8. For the Fever, you have Nalissa Smith. Not a really good offensive night from her. 6 points, 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, double-double, 16 points, 11 rebounds. Kelsey Mitchell, 16 points, 4 rebounds. Lexi Hull with 2. And Caitlin Clark with 19 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. In terms of bench scoring, you have 10 points off the bench for the Fever. For the Sparks, you have 24 points off the bench for the Sparks. Right, we're winding down here. Final quarter of this game approaching. Thank you all for tuning in for this watch along. It is approaching 8:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. I'm pretty glad for an early-ish game. Yesterday I did the Sky Aces game, started at 10 p.m. Eastern. Didn't get to bed till after 12:30. After midnight, I should say. But thank you guys all for tuning in. I will be back probably Saturday. I'll schedule it if I can do it on Saturday for Storm and whoever, I forgot who they play. Storm and somebody play on Saturday. Is it Storm? Let me see. No, it's Phoenix and Seattle, excuse me. Mercury and Storm on Saturday, 9 p.m. That's the only game on Saturday as well. All right, broadcast is restarting here. The Fever will start the quarter with possession. They're up 4 points here to go. Up 4 points here in the fourth quarter as the fourth has started. Caitlin Clark over to Katie Lou, and they call a foul on Yeru trying to guard Aaliyah Boston. So the lineups on the floor right now, let me get it to you. It's Boston, Clark, Dantas, Samuelson, and Wheeler. Caitlin Clark comes off a drag screen. Caitlin out to Wheeler in the corner right in front of Sparks bench. Gets it down to Dantas. Dantas in the post against Hamby. Loses the ball, 2 seconds to go. One leg fall away, air ball, and it's a shot clock violation. So good start to the quarter for the Sparks in terms of defense. Their lineup is Hamby, Yeru, Nurse, McDonald, and Burrell. So McDonald brings the ball across half court. Miracle says, thanks, Jay. Have fun in your game. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully we get out of there with a win. I think the last home game I went to, we probably lost. Caitlin Clark with the ball after that miss by the Sparks. She drives on Burrell and misses. Sparks on the run here. Ray Burrell in transition. Tries to attack Boston. Dribbles back out over to Hamby. Hamby to Nurse. Nurse, right-hand dribble over to Burrell. Burrell, corner three. Ray Burrell knocks down the corner three. And it's a 1-point game again. Sparks within one. 69-68. Clark, corner to Dantas. No movement here. They get Boston in the post. They send a late double. Boston dribbles back out looking for Clark. Clark comes off the screen. Now she has Yeru on her. They send a double. Boston spin move on McDonald. That was beautiful. And she scores. That's the pick your poison mentality. You send a double at Caitlin at the 3-point line. Boston is wide open. Ari McDonald speeds by everybody and just smokes the layup, though. Rebound to Caitlin. Caitlin up the court. They had numbers, but McDonald gets back. Caitlin pass down to Boston. Beautiful pass blocked by Yeru, and it goes out of bounds. They show in the replay. Caitlin gets doubled. Gets it to Aaliyah. Aaliyah spins right off of Ari McDonald. Barbecue chicken. Erica Wheeler to the bench. Kelsey Mitchell checks back in. Dantas handoff to Katie Lou looking for Caitlin. Caitlin comes off the curl. They call a moving screen by Dantas. So a turnover to the Fever here. So it's 71-68. 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Sparks trying to upset the Fever in their quest to, I guess, staying alive in the playoff race. Remember, no one has technically been eliminated from the playoffs as of yet. So these lower seeds are still in play here. Ray Burrell tries to spin into the paint, misses the left-hand scoop layup. Rebound to the Fever. Caitlin comes across half court. Caitlin on the attack. They send a double at her now. Passes out to Katie Lou. Over to Boston. Over to Kelsey. And they call a foul on the floor here on Ari McDonald on Kelsey Mitchell. That's her second foul, Ari McDonald. So balanced scoring from the big three. I'll put that in quotes. The big three of the Indiana Fever. 18 from Boston, 16 from Mitchell, 19 from Clark. Caitlin with the ball. Ari McDonald strips it out of her hand, but she recovers it. Caitlin comes off, goes behind the back, step back, three. Ooh, that's dirty, Kate. Caitlin knocks down the step back three, and she's over the 20-point mark. 22 points, and the Sparks turn it over on the recurring possession. Caitlin attacks, goes behind the back to Boston, foul, and one. Aaliyah Boston. So Caitlin Clark making things happen on back-to-back possessions, hits the step back three, gets the steal, pushes it in transition, goes behind the back pass to Aaliyah Boston, who gets fouled and scores the basket. So Aaliyah Boston at the line to complete the 3-point play. She's into the 20-point mark now. 22, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds for Caitlin. 1 assist away from a double-double for her. 3 rebounds from the triple. I just missed that stat. They said She tied Brianna Stewart for the most something in the season. Aaliyah Boston misses the free throw, however. Rebound to the Sparks. Yeah, RC, the Sparks, sometimes your best is just not good enough. De'Erica Hamby with the ball. Over to Sims. Sims comes off the screen. Sims playing with the ball at the three-point line. Over the corner to Yeru. Yeru down to Hamby. Hamby face up against Boston. Cross court to Burrell. Burrell jab step. Corner to Nurse. Nurse with 2 on the clock. Nurse jab steps. Gets it off in time. And that's a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Fever on that possession. The ball stuck for the Sparks there. And it resulted in a bad shot. 76-68. 6:55 to go. Kurt Miller calls a timeout for the Sparks. As we look at the Fever up 8 here. RC says co-rookie of the year possibilities for yeah. The Angels been doing some historic stuff, but the record ain't there. And the all around isn't there. Kaylin, just her impact to winning is just undeniable at this point in time. Young Killer Caitlin Clark Daniel says, did you call it that in your rap? I haven't listened to it yet. I'm gonna listen to it after. Young Killer Caitlin. Oh, I just seen somebody commented. That was an hour ago. I hope you caught the broadcast. I seen somebody commented, am I carrying Caitlin in the Fever? Hopefully that person is on the broadcast. Oh, James had just went and got some nachos and we're already up by 8. See, man, you might be jinxing them. Nah, I'm messing with you, James. Just messing with you. Yeah, just don't spill it on the court and get ejected from the game, like interfering with play. All right, people. We're at a timeout right now. We're at a timeout, so you're not missing any action. If you're just joining, it's been a back and forth affair between the Fever and the Sparks. The Fever are starting to pull away here now in this fourth quarter. Caitlin Clark's stat check is 22 points, 7 rebounds, 9 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, 16 points. Aaliyah Boston, double-double, 20 points and 12 rebounds. Odyssey Sims is leading the scoring for the Sparks with 15 points and 5 assists. You have De'Erica Hamby with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Kia Nurse and Ray Burrell off the bench have combined for 24 points for them, which has kept them within striking distance. But sometimes your best isn't good enough when you're playing against someone who's just better. That's just how it goes sometimes. Marcy said, Jay, I'd be so excited at the game I would throw some popcorn over my shoulder. You got somebody behind you probably be trying to fight you after this. All right, broadcast has restarted. Fever have the possession. Angel might have the best stats from a rookie and now win the rookie of the year. Yeah, she might be the best second place talent. But it sucks when somebody's just had a better season and their team is actually in the playoffs as well after they haven't made the playoffs since 2016. Narrative plays a lot into these awards, guys. I don't want you to think it's just only stats sometimes narrative plays a part, as Azurá Stevens gets fouled on the putback, she'll go to the line for free throws. In all the awards, there's a bit of narrative that supports the stats or enhances the stats. I don't think Angel's overhyped. She was a 7th pick. It wasn't like she was the 2nd pick in the draft. She was the 7th pick. So she's rightly hyped. She does what she does best. I think Caitlin is a better offensive talent, of course. And that nobody ever is gonna speak out against Caitlin being the better offensive talent here. 76-70 here. Indiana's up. Azare Stevens hit both of those free throws on that last possession. Caitlin passed to Aaliyah Boston a little behind there. It's a turnover. Odyssey Sims on the attack, attacks Kelsey Mitchell, goes up, misses the layup, and rebound to the Fever. Caitlin Clark on the attack. Goes corner to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull, I think this might be her first attempt of the game from three. She airballs it. Now Alyssa Smith gets the rebound, goes up, spin move, and scores. $78 to 70. 78-70. Odyssey Sims comes off the screen here, guarded by Aaliyah Boston. Over to Ray Burrell. No hesitation for three. Oh, she banks it in from the right wing. That's a tough angle to bank it in. I don't think she called that out. She has a smirk on her face. She knows she didn't mean that. And it's a 5-point game. 5-20. Kelsey Mitchell's deep two. Cashes it in. Kelsey Mitchell. I think this is her second basket of the second half. It's 80 to 73 here. Approaching 5 minutes to go. They leave De'Erica Hamby and one layup for De'Erica. She gets fouled by Nalissa Smith. The Red Sea parted in the paint, and she attacked and scored. RC says, Sigmund says Fever not sharp. RC says turnover and wake up. Without the Rookie of the Year trophy, you will rebound from it. Just keep on. I see what you. I see what you did there. Yeah. Hamby completes the 3-point play after she hits that free throw. It's a 4-point game now. 5 minutes to go here in this game. Hamby up to 13 points and 7 rebounds. Caitlin to Nalissa Smith. They're looking for Kelsey Mitchell on the curl. And it's a kickball there by De'Erica. Nalissa was predicting that bounce pass. It was red all the way. 80 to 76 here. 4:52 to go. Ball in play with the Fever. Caitlin, right side of the floor, finds Lexi Hull, but De'Erica Hamby gets a hand on it. Lexi Hull recovers it. 7 on the shot clock. Over to Boston, over to Mitchell. Mitchell, jab step. 3. It rolled around halfway down and out. Rebound to Azare. Sparks trying to get back, cut this deficit down to 2. Odyssey Sims floater, short, and Caitlin gets the rebound. Caitlin dribbles through everybody. She's dribbling up the court, left side. Finds Nalissa on the drive and gets fouled there by Steph Talbot to prevent that layup. So Nalissa Smith will go to the line for free throws. Nalissa is up to 8 points and 4 rebounds here. Caitlin with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. So she's a little bit away, assist and 2 rebounds away from the triple-double. Nalissa Smith hits the first. Easy, as he says, do you think Clark would hit a 3 before the game's over? 4 minutes, 22 seconds. I think she might try to get the triple-double. So I don't know. She hits Nalissa hits the second. But if she gets wide open, anything's possible. But I think she might try to get the assist here. She's 1 assist away and 2 rebounds away. So we'll see what happens here. Hamby on the drive, hop steps into the paint. They call a travel. A travel on De'Erica Hamby. All right, Layla, have a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Ball and play here with the Fever. 82-76 here as we approach 4 minutes ago. Caitlin over to Boston. Boston, corner to Hull. Hull on the drive into the paint. Back to Boston up top. Boston looking for Smith in the post. Nalissa Smith lost the handle. Gets the ball stolen. Ray Burrell on the steal. Ray Burrell goes behind the back. Over to Hamby. Hamby attacks. Boston goes up. Gets fouled. And 1. De'Erica Hamby draws the foul on Aaliyah Boston. Should go to the line for another 3-point play. De'Erica Hamby attacks Boston, dribbles right, spins back. Boston swipes down, hits her on the arm, and it rolls in. It's a foul. You can't argue with that one. Hamby up to 15 points and 7 rebounds here. Aaliyah Boston, that was her 3rd foul, so she's not in danger of fouling out or anything. But the Sparks hanging around here. The Sparks are hanging around. Gotta give them a little credit here. They are hanging around. So Hamby at the line for the 3-point play, up and splashes it in. She's improved her free throw percentage from the beginning of the season. She was shooting around 55-60% at the beginning. It's a 3-point game here, 82-79. Caitlin with the ball comes off the screen. They really like sending doubles at her off these screens. They're saying somebody else beat us. Alyssa Smith gets the pass and scores though. She says, I don't mind if I do. 84-79 here. Odyssey Sims on the attack. Highway to the basket. Left hand layup is good. So Sparks hanging around. It's a 3-point game. 3:12 to go here. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin by half court. Wants to screen. Caitlin comes off the screen going left. They switch. Steph Talbot guarding her now. 8 on the clock. Caitlin deep 3. Short. Rebound to Azare and they call a foul on the floor. That's tough for the Sparks. That's a tough possession for the Sparks there. They got a good stop there, but they foul, and the Fever are in the bonus. So when we come back, Aaliyah Bossa will be shooting free throws. Liz says, love the Sparks not giving up. Yeah, they fighting. They may not get the win, but they will fight. Remember, these players are still fighting for contracts as well. So even though you may lose the battle here, you don't want to lose the war, and the war is you actually getting your next contract. Especially a player like Odyssey Sims, who's been on hardship contracts all season. She's trying to settle in with a solid team, get a full guaranteed contract. Ray Burrell may be trying out for another team. Azare Stevens as well. I think she just re-upped her deal, so she's not going nowhere. But you're not only auditioning and playing for your team now, you're playing for your team in a couple months when free agency begins. But it's 84-81. Alyssa Smith with 12 points. She joins the double-figure crew in the starting lineup. So 4 of their 5 starters for the Fever are in double figures. 12 from Alyssa, 20 from Boston, 18 from Kelsey, and 22 from Caitlin. Shout out to everybody here in the chat. We got a good amount of us watching this game here. Appreciate the support. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here. I won't be here tomorrow for a watch along. I'll be at the Liberty Storm game, so no watch along tomorrow or Friday. I'll most likely be back on Saturday no, I won't be back on Sunday. I'll be at the Aces Liberty game on Sunday. So I'll be most likely be back on Saturday for the only game on the slate between the Storm and the Mercury. So make sure you're subscribed and those noti bells are on so you get notified whenever I'm about to go live. All right, Daniel, salute. I'll listen to your to the thing you sent me on TikTok. Also join the Discord. I'm starting to do this starting this next game. I'll create a thread in the Discord. Link is in the description. I'll be sending pictures. Try and send videos. Sometimes the service at Barclays is terrible to upload videos, but I'll be chatting about the game in the Discord chat while I'm at the game, sending pictures of live action of players and things of that nature. So if you watching the game and you want to chat about it, join the Discord. Link is in the description. And before the game, I'll create a thread, a live game thread, so you can watch along with me and we can chat about what you're seeing on TV. Because when you're at the game, sometimes you don't see everything depending on where you sit on the court. All right, broadcast is back. Enough of me rambling. Alyssa Smith at the line for those free throws I mentioned, and she misses the first. Con Landing says the Liberty's next 2 home games against the Seattle and Vegas are huge since they have a 3-game lead over both Connecticut and Minnesota for home court throughout the 7 games to play. Yeah. And you know the Seattle, I almost call them the Seattle Fever, as Alyssa hits the second free throw. Seattle's going to come back with a vengeance since they lost that game at home to the Liberty. Ray Burrell for three. Misses. Ball tipped up and gets tipped to Azare. Azare left wide open for three. She misses. Ball gets hit off Nalissa and it stays with the Sparks. Vegas probably wants to beat us too. We beat Vegas. I think we beat Vegas all times this season, right? I believe. Odyssey gets it in to Burrell, out to Hamby, right side to Talbot, out to Hamby, and she travels. They can't get out of their own way right now, the Sparks. Can't get out of their own way. A travel to De'Erica Hamby. She should have just shot the three. She was wide open, but she wanted to make another play here. Ball in play with the Fever. Caitlin brings it across half court. Over to Boston. Boston looking for Kelsey. Kelsey goes back door. They cut it off. Boston in the post against Azare Stevens. She goes up and blocks it, and they call a late foul on Azare. Azare not happy with that one. They cleared out the whole side of the floor for Aaliyah Boston. She spins. That's a foul. I don't know what Azare's complaining about. That is a foul. It's tough, Azare. She outweighs you. She outbodies you. Get your weight up. Yeah, I just looked at the season series. New York leads the season series 2-0 against the Las Vegas Aces. So if they could sweep the season series, that would be a benefit. Boston hits the first free throw. Steph Talbot to the bench. Kia Nurse back in. Second one is up and good. So 87-81. Fever well on their way to winning this game. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims finds Burrell in the corner. Burrell pump fake, jab step. Finds Hamby. Hamby goes up. Oh, Nalissa Smith punches it out of bounds. What a big block there by Nalissa Smith. Yeah, Clark with 22 still. Caitlin with 22, 8, and 9. They're not going to allow her to shoot unless she gets a steal and goes coast to coast. Kia Nurse in the corner, guarded by Clark. Kia Nurse dancing with the ball, blows by Clark. Goes up, floater is up, misses. Caitlin with the rebound. She's a rebound and an assist away from the triple-double. Don't know if she'll get it. Odyssey Sims steals the balls from Caitlin. Goes coast to coast, goes up. Layup is good, foul, and one. So Sparks not going down without a fight. Caitlin has her palms up to the sky saying, where's the foul? But she gets ripped there by Odyssey Sims. Goes coast to coast. Oh, yeah, that's a clean steal there. Good hands by Odyssey. Goes coast to coast there. Caitlin right in her... Oh, they didn't finish the replay. Odyssey Sims completes the three-point play, and we're back to a three-point game here. One possession game here. Let's see if the Sparks can actually do something. It's the Fever ball, though. Yeah, Monica, that was a huge block by Smith. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Kelsey drives left. She gets to the paint. Oh, Azare Stevens from behind gets the block. Saves a layup there. 8 seconds on the shot clock for the Fever. And this could be a seal or possession here if they can score. They should know they're in the bonus. Attack the paint. Caitlin gets it out to Kelsey. Kelsey on the pump fake. Out to Aaliyah Boston. Wide open for three. And she misses. Azare Stevens with the rebound. Sparks with a chance to get within one or tie the game. I would go for one. But they leave Kia Nurse wide open for the tie. Oh, she misses. That was the tie right there. Oh, man. That almost got me a little hyped there. Ball in play here with the Sparks. Caitlin Clark, the crowd trying to urge their team over the finish line. Caitlin comes off the screen. Over to Boston. Ball gets deflected. Over to Kelsey. Kelsey back to Boston. 5 on the clock. Go Kelsey for three. Misses. Lexi Hull fights for the rebound. She gets the offensive rebound. And it's a foul by Azare Stevens. Silly foul. Kurt Miller just said don't foul. And Azare Stevens runs into her. They're in the bonus, so now they shoot free throws. You always need a player like Lexi Hull who's going to chase down the loose balls. And then Azare Stevens makes a silly foul there. You're down 3. They're in the bonus. No need to foul. Lexi Hull hits the first. That might just seal the game here. 88-84. 55 seconds to go here, guys. 55 seconds to go. Lexi Hull buries both free throws. Timeout, Kurt Miller. (89-84), 55 seconds to go here. Sparks had their chances, but they just couldn't get over the hump. Rickea Jackson has been on the bench. She hasn't had the most offensively productive night. But everybody on the floor for the Sparks is in double figures. Hamby with 16, Stevens with 13 and 11, so she has a double-double. 20 and 6 for Odyssey Sims. Ezzy, I hope you played that Odyssey Sims. I know you were asking me about Odyssey Sims points, rebounds, assists. She has 20.6 assists, 2 rebounds. Kia Nurse with 13 and Ray Burrell with 14. So timeout there by Kurt Miller and the Sparks. Let's see how they respond here as we go into the final 55 seconds. Tudor said great rebound by Indiana late game wise. Yeah, Lexi Hall is good for chasing down those rebounds, and it paid off that time. All right, so let's see what the Sparks do here. Do they go for a quick 2 and then play defense, or do they go for a 3? We'll see. Nurse inbounds to Sims. Sims with the ball. Sims comes to Nurse. Nurse on a curl. Bounce pass to Hamby, and Caitlin gets the hand on it and steal. They went for the 2, and it didn't work out. I thought Kia Nurse should have just shot the floater there. Kurt Miller says don't foul. Tells him don't foul. Just play straight up defense. Caitlin dribbling out by half court. Kelsey comes and sets the screen. Caitlin with the ball right side of the floor now. She picks up her dribble. Corner to Boston. Boston drives on Azare Stevens. Bodies her. Goes up. And that's the dagger. If there wasn't the dagger before, that's definitely the dagger now. Aaliyah Boston using and abusing Azare Stevens down in the paint. And the score is 91-84. 25 seconds to go, guys. 25 seconds to go here. Yeah. Aaliyah Boston said, get your weight up, young mud. Even though she's younger than Azare. But literally just posted her up from the 3-point line. Drove, 1, 2, layup. Easy bucket. And said, barbecue chicken down there. So Aaliyah Boston, 24 points, 14 rebounds here. 10 of 16 shooting, very efficient. She started to take off in that what quarter was that? It was either the second or the third quarter. They went to Aaliyah Boston, the Aaliyah Boston offense, and she made the Sparks pay. Yeah, CC got the double-double on that. 22 points, 10 assists. She's 1 rebound away from the triple-double. We'll see if the team is aware of that and lets her get it, or she chases it down. 25 seconds to go. We'll see if the Sparks shoot a quick basket and try to play the foul game. I doubt they will, but she's a rebound away from the triple-double. Kelsey Mitchell, her streak of 20-point-plus games since the All-Star break might be since the Olympic break might be over. She finds Ray Burrell on the curl. De'Erica Hamby does, and she scores. So it's 91-86. Caitlin Clark gets fouled there by Kia Nurse. So Caitlin Clark will be going to the line for free throws. This could be points 23 and 24. Caitlin Clark, a 90% foul shooter on the season. First free throw is up and cashes it in. 16 seconds to go here. 16 seconds. Let me run my clock down. 16.4 seconds to go. Caitlin going for the second free throw. And she buries both. The Sparks call her reset timeout. A reset timeout. They advance up the court. 93-86. They have to go for a quick three here, not probably. Azare, Odyssey over to Nurse. Nurse for three, and Caitlin might get it, and Caitlin gets the triple double. And the building all erupts in joy as Caitlin gets the triple double. 3 seconds to go. 2 seconds. 1 second. Everybody's smiling. And that's the game, people. That's the game. Caitlin Clark on the last possession chases down the rebound to get the triple double in the win against the LA Sparks. Final score 93-86. Her second triple double of the year, second for a rookie, most for a rookie in WNBA history. They've won 7 of 8 games the Indiana Fever have. They moved to 18-16. I'll update the standings on my screen here. They moved to 18-16. The Sparks moved to 7-26. Liz says, "Oh well, NFL tomorrow. Go Ravens." Yeah, I hope Lamar has a good season. My Giants are terrible, so I don't really care. So it's 93-86 is the final score of this game. Caitlin Clark finishes with her second career triple-double. Gets it on the last rebound of the game. 24, 10, and 10. Let's take a look at the... I don't know why my thing is... Oh, here. Oh, I see why. I don't know. My thing stopped working. But let's take a look at the stats here. Let me scroll back up to look at the box score. Indiana with a 10-1 home record since June 1st, so they're a really good home team. I mean, it would help if they would get home court advantage in the playoffs, but they would have to get up to a 4th seed, which I don't think they can do at this point in time. But you see the score: 86 Sparks, 93 Fever. Sparks were outscored 23-19 in the first. They outscored Indiana 29-24 in the second. Indiana outscored them 22-17 in the third, and outscored them 24-21 in the fourth. All right, Liz, salute. Thanks. Thank you. LA Sparks, Hamby, 31 minutes, 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Talbot, I'm not even going to talk about her. Azare Stevens, 13 points, 11 rebound, double-double. Rickea Jackson, 24 minutes, only 5 points, struggled tonight. Odyssey Sims, 20 points and 6 assists. Their bench, Yeru with no points, 13 from Nurse, 3 from McDonald, 16 from Burrell off the bench. So their bench tried to give them as much as possible. So they got about 32 points off of their bench tonight. 37% from 3. They had ended up with 12 turnovers in the game. Nalissa Smith for the Fever, 27 minutes, 13 points, 4 rebounds. Boston, double-double, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Breaks her streak of 20-plus points in consecutive games since the All-Star break, the Olympic break. Lexi Hall, 4 points, but did have a big offensive rebound late. And Caitlin Clark, second triple-double, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Has to cut down on the turnovers. I know I say that all the time. 7 turnovers, but you take the win as you can. She played all 40 minutes in this game. All 40 minutes. Their bench, they only got 10 points off the bench. 3 from Dantas, 3 from Samuelson, and 4 from Wheeler. Eddie, salute. I'll see you on the next one, my friend. Fever shoot 31% from 3. They were 20 for 24 from the line for 83%. Did they win that? They won the rebound battle 40-28, which is a big difference. Assist was pretty close. And they finished the game with 18 turnovers. They got to cut that down. Ladies Cowboys, salute. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for joining. So as you can see on the right-hand side, the Fever win the season series 2-1. 78-73 was the first game. 88-82, the Sparks won that second game. And now the Fever win this third game, 93-86. All right, let's look at the standings. Let's see if ESPN updated the standings as of yet. Let me refresh my page here. ESPN's usually pretty quick. Yes, they have. So Fever firmly in the 6th seed, 18 and 16, winners of 5 straight games. They're firmly in the 6th seed. They're 18 and 16. They got 6 games to go. So 6 games to go. They still have a potential to get up into that 5-4 seed if they win out, but they're going to be playing the Aces and a number of other teams that we talked about. Christine, salute. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, definitely. If you want to watch the game, the whole game again, you can go into WNBA app and watch it. They should have the game up pretty much instantaneously. They're pretty quick with it. When I miss some games, I go back on the app and they get the game up really quickly. So definitely check that out if that's something that you want to do. Okay. Siri, be quiet. I don't know why my Siri over here talking. All right, y'all. That's it from me. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Leave a like on the video on your way out. I'll be back, God willing, on Saturday for the Mercury Storm game. I'll be at the Liberty game. Make sure you join the Discord if you want to see some live pictures and talk about the Liberty game tomorrow. Remember, those games tomorrow are on Amazon Prime Video. You can watch it on your local channel if you guys live in the area where the teams are based. Jim says I'm a good luck charm. I hope so. Hopefully my luck works out when the Liberty play the Storm tomorrow. All right, y'all. That's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your night. It's Jay Jordan. I'm a holla. Salute.